Welcome back to the Jeffries farm. What's up, Mama Jeffries?
Hi.
How you doing?
Doing okay.
Right on. What we got?
Rhubarb and huckleberries.
Rhubarb and huckleberries. So we had a conundrum. So every year we get massive amounts of rhubarb, and we're some huckleberry picking fools. So these are leftover huckleberries from last year, and the season is coming up again. So we said to ourselves, what are we gonna do?
We're going to use them all so we can pick fresh ones.
Yeah. So we're gonna make huckleberry rhubarb preserves or a huckleberry rhubarb sauce. I haven't decided yet.
Decisions.
We could do both though, right?
Sure.
Okay. So start off with the rhubarb and the berries, and you got to have a big pot. This is how many quarts is this one?
15.
15 quarts. I found this thing at an estate sale. What did we pay for it? $10? Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. So we add the rhubarb and the huckleberries. Go ahead, baby. This is an undisclosed amount of huckleberries picked from an undisclosed location. Oh, baby. Yeah, that's making me happy. Okay. Then we're going to add 3 cups of sugar. We got lemon juice, right?
Sure.
Yeah. We'll do 3 cups of sugar. I know it looks like a lot. That's because it is. It's going to be awesome.
3 cups.
3 cups of sugar. All right. We got some lemon juice.
Hey, Goosey. I have lime juice.
Lime juice.
I guess we're going to have to go get lemon juice.
We're going to have to go get lemon juice.
But I have vanilla.
Nah, no vanilla. Okay. We'll be back. Okay, so we're back. So what we did was we just put the sugar in and we stirred it up. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn this on and we're going to let it cook down for a while. And we'll be back. Okay, so we're back. And I actually did some studying and figured out that you're not really supposed to do more than about 8 cups of fruit per batch when you're adding your pectin. So I'm not gonna. I broke this up into 3 different batches, and we're gonna do it that way. But I'm gonna make something. Well, you'll see. We're gonna go ahead and cook this down and these 2 down, and then I'll show you what it looks like once it's jellied up and ready to go in our mystery recipe, which is going to be fantastic. I promise you'll love it. Okay, so I just figured I should let you know. So this is batch number 2. This is another 8 cups of fruit, and I added 8 tablespoons of pectin. And then, very exact measurement, I did 3 capfuls of lemon juice and another 2/3 cup of sugar. We're going to bring this up to a boil, and when we do, it'll look like this, right? It's quite a bit thicker. That's the same measurements I used on this batch. Okay, so we'll be back. Okay, so now the next step is you gotta let this cool, right? As it cools, it will thicken. It's already starting to gel up pretty good. That's gonna be nice in our surprise desserts. Okay, bye. I'll be right back. Alright, so for this next part, what we're going to do is we're going to make cheesecake filling. And I do mine like this here. So, take 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of sour cream, 4 bricks of cream cheese with all the fat in it, about 2 of these, boom. We're gonna beat this until it's nice and fluffy. We'll make sure all the lumps are out of it. Then, see if I can do this. Just want the whites in here. Probably gonna get a little yolk in there. Yeah. I want to beat these whites. Beat them until you have a meringue. Good enough. Egg yolks in. Then take your rubber spatula and you just want to fold these in, right? You're not trying to go crazy with it. You just want to incorporate them because they have air in them and you want that. You want that in your cheesecake. You want it to be nice and fluffy. I've already beat the hell out of them, so Okay. Okay. So that's your cheesecake filling. Then what we're going to do, switch appliances. Bring the old food processor over here. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, he's about to make cheesecakes. And yeah, you're partially right. So I'm going to do a package and a half of graham crackers. Now we'll just start with one. Okay. And a half package. Then you can go in with vanilla wafers. Everybody loves a good vanilla wafer. About a package of them. Save a few to the side for your wife to eat. And add that to the graham cracker mixture. Then come over here. Oh, and I forgot to put my butter on. Okay, I'll be back when I got the butter melted. Okay, so we're back. I got my butter melted. We're gonna go ahead and put that. 3 sticks of butter. Don't be shy. Right? Mix it up real nice. So it should be almost a wet look. See this? So that way you'll be able to press it. Okay? So we got, as you may have noticed, jars. And you may be saying to yourself, Self, it looks like what James is doing is making huckleberry rhubarb cheesecakes in a jar. And if that's what you think I'm doing, then you are right. So what we're going to do, I did wash my hands, because you kind of need your paws for this. You just take some of this, put it in the jar, and a little more. Ooh, that butter's hot. And then take some implement in your house and push this down real good. into the bottom. That is your cheesecake crust, right? Then, oh, bugger. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta grab the... So, you got your crust. You got your cheesecake. And for this, I actually recommend that you have a canning funnel. You're going to want to get that cheesecake down in there. You don't want the rim of the jar to get dirty. So this is what I do. Okay, so your cheesecake is on top of there, right? And then, with a separate spoon, just go in like this. Okay. Of course, you're going to wipe these off with vinegar really good. And then you water bath them. And you'll notice I'm leaving headspace right there. Right? So you just pop your lid, pop your band, and boom. Homemade rhubarb huckleberry cheesecake in a jar just for you. So you thought you got rid of me, but you didn't. So I did realize that I actually messed up the recipe. It's my own recipe and I messed it up. So that's the jar that I did for you. And that is how they'll look after they're done. But you got to cook the cheesecake. You know? You got to cook the cheesecake. And so what we got here is the big Nesco roasting pan. And we're just going to put these in here. There's water in here. And we're going to bake it at 350 for, I think it's 45 minutes. I'll have to check the recipe. And then, after that, then you put your filling in. And then you put your lids and rings on. And then you water bath them. Okay, bye. Alright, so they baked for 45 minutes at 350. And you can see the water level. It was up to about 3/4 of the way up the jar. And I did take the filling out of this one and bake it. So now what you do is you let it cool. You let everything cool. You do not take the jars out of the water bath. You let them cool with the water. Okay? And then you add your filling. And then what we'll do after that is we will put the lids and rings on. We'll wipe everything down, like, see all that mess right there? We'll wipe that off with vinegar. We'll put our lids and bands on, and we will pressure can them. And then I'll show you what they look like after that. Okay, so we got the old school pressure cooker out. We're doing 10 pounds of pressure for 13 minutes. We also got the Instant Pot to do the other ones that couldn't fit in here. Make sure when you're canning with a pressure canner that you know how to do it. Do not just try to do it and turn this thing into a bomb and blow your house up. Also make sure that you put vinegar in the water, otherwise your jars will come out cloudy. You want your jars to look nice when they come out. Okay, and the next portion of the video will be the reveal. Okay, here's the reveal. Pulled them out of the pressure canner. And they look amazing. I mean, they look really, really good. And I'm happy to report that we had just a tiny bit of siphoning. Very little. So little that you almost can't even tell. So, oh, there's the pop pop. I love hearing that. It's my favorite noise. And then we still got some in the Instant Pot. It's got 11 minutes to go. So, anyways, that's our Huckaroo cheesecake in a jar. Make some for yourself. Okay, bye.